Something like
And
that.
so,
Yeah, something like that.
first of its kind, it's an original and Americanized anime, like you said. I'm telling you, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Story writing is just crazy.
Yeah.
The Prince Zuko's character development is probably it's just top tier.
Yeah.
And
His
the thing
character
with the-
development, I don't mean to cut you off. I'm
No, go
gonna
ahead.
let you go.
Go
His
ahead.
Zuko's character development, when you talk about fiction in general, because a lot of niggas like to say Anakin Skywalker is the best character development ever, which I'm not gonna argue against. Revenge of the Sith is one of the greatest movies I've ever seen, sci-fi wise. So I get it. Prince Zuko's up there. If you, and we've had this conversation with other people before. Go rewatch Avatar as an adult. Before you have an opinion on it, story wise and shit like that, because then you won't look at it as a cartoon anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zuko's character development for me is up there with niggas like Jaime Lannister. It's up there with niggas like
Yeah.
Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
Like, bro. But go ahead.
Um,
I love Zuko so much, bro.
yeah,
Go to
and then the MC is this kind of
You can almost compare him to Luffy.
almost
in a way.
compared to that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
Or
but the tones,
or Momonosuke to
but
me.
the tones.
Momonosuke in the sense of he had the burden of
And that he didn't want.
of this thing that
yeah.
he didn't want.
Yeah, that
he
he
was a
didn't
kid and he had to grow into that.
I feel that.
Because goddamn, it took that nigga forever to. Bro, it got to a
Yeah.
point. I'm like, nigga, come on, please.
Yeah.
We need you. Like,
That's
I
why
understand
that's
from.
why that speech caught me so off guard.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna fold.
Yeah.
But the MCs are so comparable, or the tones, I'll say, and Avatar still levels it up by having that eerie, that dark. There's still a lot of those serious moments, and it's like he the only one that's happy-go-lucky. Everybody else in there is like
Done been through
done
shit.
been through it.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, he done probably been through the most pain in all of them. Because unlike everybody else,
He ain't
he
got
the
no-
only person that don't have nobody.
Right, I was about to say,
yeah.
don't
All
got
his
no-
people
don't
are
got nobody.
gone.
Yeah,
Like, those.
Gone.
Those were his people.
And he feels
Yes.
he feels selfish in a way and down on himself because why did I have to survive? Why was I frozen in time? Why was I the last one to
After.
You know what I mean?
It's almost like. It's so crazy how it plays because you get this all world responsibility to be the guidance and the connector of the four tribes and the spirit world and all of this. And you run because you don't want it. Which, typical, not in a bad way, but typical, it's you because you didn't want it. Now, obviously, it's given to him at birth, but those type of people are the ones that always get those powers.
Yeah.
Jon Snow type shit.
yeah.
He has that where he doesn't even want it, so he leaves because he's mad at them and he don't want it. But then he leaves, and then you come back and everybody dead. And you now on the flip of what you were originally thinking, I don't want it, I don't give a fuck. I should have been there.
I should have been there because if I would have just accepted my role, this wouldn't have happened.
It wouldn't have happened. And you got to deal with that as a 12-year-old. Like
Exactly.
that's fucking insane.
Exactly. Yep.
Insane.
And so for them to bring that level of writing, that level of just storytelling to a cartoon when
Yeah.
it came out, you
Yeah.
know. But yeah, that's my answer. Long story short, yeah,
for
you got it.
for me,
And hasn't been duplicated since. I
No.
don't think there's ever been a cartoon
Fuck
since then
no.
that's been on that level.
no.
There's obviously been more, avatars or whatever, but
Yeah.
not a separate cartoon with that level of writing.
Yeah.
No.
Because Korra was good, but it didn't have that type of writing
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
Please, bro. Yes, Korra was good. I'll say it again. Legend of Korra was good. Was it better than Avatar? Okay,
No.
bro. Fucking relax. I didn't say that. I just said it was good, bro. That's it. Korra would put that nigga in the body bag though, but that's a different discussion for a different day. I think it's so good, and I don't know if I told you, but I know I told him. I do the same thing with Avatar that we do it like Harry Potter or something like that. I watch it once every year, just to keep the greatness, and because it's short, it's something I can do. And what I noticed the last 2 times watching it, and I have gotten the same reaction both times. To me, the reason Avatar is so good, amongst everything that y'all just said, It's one of the only shows to have a perfect ending.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. And when the music starts playing and it goes from him and Katara about to kiss and then it goes up to the sky, I tear up every time.
Yeah.
Every time, bro.
Yep.
Perfect ending. Goated ending. It didn't feel like shit didn't get finished. It didn't feel like there was more. No. You were fine. Of course, everybody would have wanted an older version of them, but no one was pressed for it because they ended it so well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it was tied up perfectly.
As much as niggas complained, my bad. As much as niggas complained about how long it took to get to the fight with the Fire Nation, and then the fact that it was only one season, and this, that, and the third, there was no complaints at the end though.
No.
With how it ended and the way it went.
Yeah.
And his whole inner battle with himself dealing with the fact that he don't even want to kill this nigga.
Yep. And that's exactly what I was about to say. I think the fact that it stuck true to who he was as a person,
And it didn't change him.
I think it's fire. I think that's fire.
Every time that music goes and the camera goes up, I'm like, fuck, bro. This is peak.
Yeah.
Literally peak. Before I ask the 1v1 question, what cartoon do you think is better than Avatar?
Codename Kid Next Door.
I knew you were gonna say that.
It's the greatest cartoon ever.
No, it's not.
100%.
Teen Titans is better than Codename Kid Next Door. The OG Teen Titans?
No.
You out your ass.
I saw a take the other day. I was talking about how this nigga number 1 had cancer. The whole time this nigga had cancer, man. I said, you have to be on the internet just coming up.
Bro. So sitting here talking about Avatar.
Just before we get into that, you know what show has crazy theories like that? Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Really?
Supposedly Ed, Ed and Eddie is like a really dark show. Like people
seen
talk
shit
about
like
shit
that.
about it.
People
But
talk
it's
about
always
how like
shows like that are like real weird.
yeah
that have
they
hella
talk about like
theories,
how dark and like crazy that show really is.
I've seen theories about that of what is that show with the bird and the raccoon?
the regular show.
The regular show. I've seen theories about shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet Ed and Eddie is
Maybe.
wild.
Maybe. I've seen some wild shit
Um,
that people say about it. Yeah, it's crazy.
So since we were on the Avatar wave, the 1v1s come from Avatar today. And so before we even get into, I got two. Before we even get into them, who do y'all think is at the end of the show, besides Aang, who's the strongest bender in Avatar?
In Avatar?
In Avatar,
Ooh.
Oh man.
who pound for pound strongest bender minus Aang that you saw? Head up. And no, the firebenders on the day of the comet do not
Don't
count.
count.
No,
Of course.
of course.
Them niggas all in in their natural states, not fucking amplified by an exploding sun. Shout out my nigga Century.
Low key, I think Azula low key.
Okay. Go ahead, bro.
Low key, I don't know.
I was gonna go with Toph.
Okay.
Talk too,
okay,
yeah, talk
okay.
too. I don't know.
Where you have Azula?
Uh,
I feel like she top 5, no question. But I want to know where you got her.
She could be top 5. That's fair. I've never thought about this list.
I know.
I was about to say I don't think I have a list either.
I like the fact that y'all said that. Toph versus Azula.
I think I would take Azula.
Over Toph?
I think so.
Boy, you out your ass.
Fucking-
On my grandma. On my grandma.
I
No.
would take
On
Azula.
Granny Grave, you tweaking.
I think
No.
I would take
That's literally one of the two I have on here. Toph versus
Oh,
Azula.
really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad y'all said
Azula.
that. You're fucking out of your mind if you think Azula's boxing with Toph.
What?
What?
What are you talking about?
Wait.
She's too
Wait.
grounded. She's too grounded. No pun intended.
Gang. Back in the stew.
No.
Your ass off a perk 30 bean.
No.
Unless she just flying the whole fight, I don't see her. I don't see her.
That matters. I don't think that matters.
Which nah. Toph versus Azula.
Yeah.
You got Azula.
Yes.
Based on what grounds?
First of all, she has blue flame.
Okay.
Oh, fucking K?
Okay.
Oh, what do you mean? Oh, fucking K? It's the hottest fire ever. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Is it not?
It is.
Why?
It's but Earth is fire's like natural.
It's the opposite.
It's the opposite. It's grounding.
Which
It's
is
not
why.
even-
Which
Cool.
is
She
not
also
even-
has lightning.
okay. She do. I'm hearing it.
No,
I'm hearing it.
I think you paired together her just raw firepower with her just natural bloodlust. I don't. I'm not saying.
it
I'm
makes
not
for a
saying.
good fight.
I'm
I
not
think
saying
it
that
makes
she's
for a good
gonna.
fight.
She's not gonna wipe Toph, but
I think Toph.
I think she'll beat Toph.
I think when the Avatar ends, and like I said, when Aang and Katara are about to kiss, and the camera goes up and it says "The End" in black letters, I come out of that show consistently thinking Toph is the most unfuckwittable person in that show.
I think her ability, because obviously she's an earthbender, but the way she earthbends is different. Clearly,
She's counterfighter.
Yeah,
on some
clearly.
whole other shit.
Yes.
but I think other than that, something that I think it works against her
Bless you.
is she doesn't have the certain level of prowess that I would say you need to really be like a head hunting go getter 1v1, like it's me versus you type of shit. I think her ability is good enough.
I seen her move the ground under a nigga's feet that she was fighting and make that nigga slip. Like she was on some other shit.
Right, but she has never fought somebody on Azula's level, in my opinion. And I think dealing with that constant bloodlust and that constant prowess
Low-key,
and
low-key.
attack that she has,
Low key, I might have to switch. And you want to know why? When they went on the day of the Black Sun, on the day, what is it called though? The eclipse.
so it's common. Yeah.
No, the eclipse, not the comet.
Oh yeah.
On the day of the
yeah.
eclipse, and then they went and they stormed into the thing. She was with them when Azula was running around without her bending, and they couldn't catch her.
Oh yeah.
And I forgot how, because they did end up catching her somehow, but it took like everything that these niggas had, and they were using their bending to try to get her, and she was just skating.
Yeah.
Her with her bending low.
I think I think her level of fighting is on a different level than Toph's.
You know what?
Toph's ability may be a little more broken. Her ability to feel everything and to predict.
But you think
this,
just the
that, and
bloodlust
third.
gets that dub?
I when I look at fights, that's what I look at.
Bro, you know what? You remember what happened when it was early on when she went to go check on Zuko. It wasn't early. She went to go check on Zuko, and he like just reacted and threw like fire at her, burned her feet.
Yeah.
I say you might have a good argument. Because her
No,
bloodlust, she
that's
get her feet
different.
burned
That's
in a
different.
fight.
That's different.
You can't see. Now you can't.
She
You
went,
already blind.
bro. She went with her guard down
I
to
get
go
that.
look
I
for
get
the.
that. But we're
No,
talking
I'm not
about
using
she
that.
She got that
No.
Muay Thai. She
No.
got
And too, I think too, if you talk about earth bending being a natural sort of counter to that, from what we've seen in the show, the only thing that can really blow through some earth bending is fire, is firepower.
Well, I mean, I would agree, but Aang was the only airbender, so we don't really know.
Okay, I'll give you that.
You know what I mean?
I'll give you that.
And Katara got to the point where it didn't matter who the fuck was in front of her, earthbender or not. She was blowing through that shit. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I'm taking Azula though. I'm taking
fair.
Azula.
okay.
That's fair.
And the last thing I'll say about that, low key, I knew Azula was different, so you might have it when she went and she pulled up on these niggas in the Southern Air Temple or the Northern, whichever one.
Yeah, when she fought them by herself.
By herself, and then she chased after this nigga Zuko, and they fell off the cliff, or Zuko hit her off the blimp or some shit like that.
Oh,
And she blew herself to the mountain, and then took her hair thing and nigga,
Yeah.
she might got it, low key.
That's it's levels
Okay,
to I
okay,
think fighting.
okay.
And I think it's a little different.
Okay, cool. Watch this. So where is Zuko? Because the age old argument of the only reason
Plot.
he was able to box with her was because she was mentally
Plot.
unstable.
Yeah, plot.
You don't think Zuko had gotten to the point where he could box with her if she was fine?
Had gotten to a point, yes. To beat her, no.
I wholeheartedly
she-
think that nigga would have redirected that lightning, bro. He hit the fucking Yamin. He hit what's his name? What is his name?
Iroh,
He hit the
bro.
fucking Iroh.
Iroh,
The
bro.
exhale. He was catching that shit and sending it
Yeah,
to
but see,
space.
but look, to make it fair, because you can't just say, "Oh, if she was in her right mind," you also have to take away the fact that Katara was there,
She used
and
Katara.
in a sense, he was fighting to protect her in a way.
Yeah.
If you
No.
just say,
No, don't do that.
"What do you mean?"
The Agni Kai started off just them one-on-one, had nothing to do with Katara. Zuko got the upper hand, then she shot that shit at Katara.
Yeah, no, that's
Okay,
what I'm saying. You
okay.
just eliminate any factor that can go into that, except for them two. If it was both of them at that point in time,
My nigga
no comment.
My nigga just trained with the last dragon, literally. Coming off training with Aang. I don't know.
He would have.
I don't know.
He would have had enough firepower to fight her. Obviously, I mean, he could have fought her before, but
The blue flame, you got it. But
it's just a little different. She a little different.
the blue flame, you got it. And her combos was nicer than anybody's. in the
Yeah, a
show.
little different. Yes, her fighting is different.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Yes, I'm not taking that away. But what I'm saying is, her key over that nigga, even though he had trained with the dragons and shit, was the lightning. She had no idea he could redirect.
Yeah,
And if I remember correctly, when he hit that pose, she was like
yeah,
a little concerned.
yeah.
So had she shot that shit at him, you could say she's mentally stable. Make it just a pure one-on-one.
Yeah.
Had she shot that shit at him and he redirected it, I don't know if she's good after that. I think now she like, what the fuck is going on?
I think it would just been different. I think she would have fought way more close quarters then. At that point,
Zuko got her close quarters.
oh no.
He was fighting with swords for a whole fucking arc.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
That nigga didn't have a sword in his hand.
No, but his dexterity is higher though.
Oh no.
She could fucking break dance and some more shit, but nah, that nigga had them hoes.
You talking about somebody who was training with the girl who shut down your shit?